In the mid-1990s, there was once a man named John who first realized God's desire to reach all nations with his gospel as he attended a pastor's conference. When he heard the message from a missionary to Davao City, who was from the land of Arizona, USA, where John also lived. The missionary's message centered on missions. John has never heard that message before in that way. At the end, the missionary asked everyone, "Are you willing to go anywhere where God would send you? If you are, stand up and say it." John did it. He had no idea what God would do after that. He's not the typical missionary that everyone imagines. He was already 35. He didn't go to a Bible school, never preached in a church service, and he lacks other qualities that everyone expects. Yet, he humbly said in his prayers, "Lord, if you want to send me anywhere, you can send me." Nothing happened for the next few years except a lot of trials. The worst was 3 years of his life. But he learned and leaned even more on God in the face of adversity. After the years of trials were over, God began speaking to John about the Philippines. So John decided to marry a Filipino woman, and God provided him with a Filipino wife named Gina through a Christian dating website. They married, and Gina knew the whole time that John was called to go to the Philippines one day. But they had lived in Arizona, USA for 7 years. The whole time, John planned to leave the country in 2013 after his son Isaac turned 18. At that time, God provided for their move to the Philippines. Along the way, mission experts said they weren't ready to go, that they should wait for a couple of years and get more training. However, God tells John that the long wait is over and he must go now. And God demonstrated His will by miraculously provided for their needs. The exact amount that they asked God for was provided by the time that they had to fly to the Philippines. They started little by little. They learned to adapt, learn the culture, language, and the city. In short, they come as a learner. They join and assist other churches in their ministries while also learning from them before starting their own. Also, John was teaching in seminaries, and they both were also volunteering for a children's charity. They were in Davao City for a couple of years, and the Bible study was going well, as were all other ministries. Then God steered John to become a pastor, and Gina to help John lead a congregation. For 6 months, they prayed about it. In 2015, their Bible study became a house church. They relocated to a larger space since they were living in a pioneer village. They held church meetings for several years, and many people were saved during that time. However, they consider relocating to another location because the landlord is no longer treating them well. They began meeting again in a different location, renting a school gymnasium at Ford Academy. There were also a group that also attends Ford Academy recently lost their pastor, and they asked if they could join John's congregation in the meantime. So, the numbers of people grew. The church numbers grew. They continued to meet at Ford Academy's gym, but there were a couple of times when basketball games were scheduled without informing John and Gina ahead of time, forcing the couple to look around for another place to meet, which wasn't ideal. By the grace of God, a baby congregation was started in 2018 in Catalunan Pequeño. In 2020, God revealed to John that he wanted to emphasize home Bible studies even more. There were only 3 home Bible studies in January 2020. But praise God, they had 20 home Bible studies by the end of the year 2020. John is also delighted about what God has been doing in CCC's leaders, people of excellent character with a very good teaching and preaching gifts among them. They are all making disciples, and some of the disciples are making disciples too. Some even seem ready to go out to missionaries to other cultures, and they are prayerfully looking for open doors. The spirit of family dominates their congregation. They help others in finding and following Jesus in any way they can. CCC Philippines believes in the unity of churches. They do not isolate themselves within their own group, but they form partnerships with other churches. And they will celebrate their 7th year anniversary in June 2022. They celebrate it every year to honor and remember God's faithfulness, not only to the pioneer founder of CCC Philippines, but also to God's abundant blessings and grace to the members of CCC Philippines, despite the bumps in the road and the circumstances that have afflicted them. God continues to be faithful, loving, and gracious to every member of CCC Philippines. They are big, small, young and old. They are all different people who have come together in love. They share, they give, they hope, they hug, they care, they help, they laugh, they learn, they play, they wonder, they pray, they sing, they dance, and worship the Lord together. They are all different people who have come together in love. And that's Compass Christian Church Philippines.
Hi church, we miss you and we're hoping to see you soon. Hope you have a great fellowship together.
Yeah, we hope you guys have a good time together, have lots of fun. We're just sharing a verse for you guys from Romans 12, verse 10. It says, "Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Outdo yourselves in honoring one another." So we hope you all have a nice time together and enjoy that verse. God
We
bless.
love you. Bye.
Hi CCC, happy 7th year anniversary. Good to see you all, and I'm so happy that God's faithfulness endures, and His faithfulness towards us is sustaining, and He brought us to the 7th year. So I'm happy that you all are there and enjoying and celebrating His goodness. And in this day, I would like to mention special thanks to Kuya John and also Ate Gina. You guys are being a very big blessing to the people in the Philippines, in Davao, and also personally for myself. And you guys are doing great, so keep up the good work. God is so happy by your work. And also I would like to thank my co-leaders and my friends and my partners in crime. You guys are doing great. Ate B and Prissy and also Kathy and Mark, special mention to you, Mark. You're doing great, Mark. So keep up the good work. You are a river, so never stop at any time. And also you people who's watching, I miss you all. So if the coming of Jesus Christ delayed, let us see again, and I will go there to work with you, and I'm really excited to go there. So praying for that day. If God's coming is delayed, I will go there. Until then, stay blessed, keep up the good work, get closer to God, because He is coming soon. Never forget that Jesus Christ is coming soon. Have a good day, have a good year. God bless you all.